Good evening. Welcome all of you to this webinar on how to make only profits in stock market while you sleep. Now, if any of you have joined this session, assuming that we will be talking about how to predict the market movement, how to analyze the market movement, charts, indicators, technicals, fundamentals, stop loss, targets, tips and calls, advisory, many such things. If any of you are under this belief that we are going to discuss on these topics in this webinar, let me tell you, this webinar is going to be an absolute waste of time for you, because we are not going to discuss on any of these things. We are only going to discuss about the facts, the reality of stock market, and to finally understand how to make only profits in stock market. All right. Now, many of you who have joined this session, now some of you are maybe beginners, some of you maybe you are experienced traders who are already in this business from a long time. Maybe some of you have recently got into trading. There are some who are planning to get into trading. Well, whichever category you belong, tell me, now when it comes to trading in stock market, what are the requirements that you have, or what is your need? What are the hurdles that you are facing in order to fulfill your goals through stock market trading? Can anyone tell me? What hurdles are you facing? If you are a person who is already into trading from many years, so being in stock market for so many years, what hurdles are you facing in your trading to fulfill this requirement? Obviously, if anyone says that I'm able to earn only profits in stock market, then definitely he or she will not be in this session right now. Is it not? So what are those hurdles that you are experiencing? Maybe there are some of you who have just recently got into trading, right? What clarity are you looking for? What confusions are you going through in trading? If there is any of you who is planning to get into trading, then what clarity do you need to start your business in stock market? Anyone? Well, one thing I hope all of you will understand when I say that when we trade, end of the day, whether you are going to trade any stock or an index or a commodity or a currency, whatever you do, is it not? You are trading on the price of that particular stock or an index. Is it not? But then one thing is very clear, I'm sure many of you must have realized, must have understood by now, that the way the price moved yesterday and the way the price moved today, there is a lot of difference. Obviously, today the markets are not there. Assuming that today if the markets were there, then there is a lot of difference in the price movement between the previous day and the current day. Not only between the previous day and the current day, there is a difference in the price movement every day, every week, every month, every year. It keeps changing. Is it not? So when this is the reality, when this is the truth, that the price movement, the character of this price movement, the way the price moves, it always keeps changing. When this is the reality, then you should also realize that on any given trade, if you did make profits, does that give you any guarantee or any clarity that you will be able to make similar profits the very next time? you will be able to trade the very same way, the very next time, very next day, very next week? Do you think so? It's not true, isn't it? Because when the market conditions itself is changing, when the market movement itself is changing, then if you are sticking on to one idea and when you're following, then in a certain situation you may make profits, in a certain situation you don't. But then overall, in a given period of time, what is the end result? That is all that matters, isn't it? So those of them who are not able to find that end result, desired end result, then you must try to understand this reality very, very carefully. What is that? Price movement keeps changing. There are varieties of price movement, different types of price movement. Anything that you trade. So in this changing market conditions with these different types of price movement, how do you go about trading? How do you trade in any different market condition? How do you trade successfully in any different market condition is the most important thing for which you need answer. Anyone who has understood this, anyone who has found a solution to this, to trade in any different market condition, then you are a successful trader. Do you all agree to this? Yes or no? Can you please reply to this, all of you? Correct, isn't it? Right? So that is what we are here to discuss about. That is the point that we are here to understand in detail. So today, my friends, in this webinar, you're broadly going to understand two important things. First of all, the main, the focus of this webinar is to understand how to make only profits in stock market. But then in that, the broad category here is you will understand how to trade in stock market without watching the market the whole time. Because there are many of them who don't have time, who cannot spend from morning 9:15 to 3:30. Maybe you are busy with some other work, but still you want to trade and grow your wealth. How to do that? We are also going to understand how to trade in stock market by watching the market. Those of you who are ready to dedicate from morning 9:15 to 3:30 and want to achieve some big success through trading, then how to do that? So these are the two important things that we are going to see through this, understand through this webinar, isn't it? But then when it comes to trading stock market, as I asked you in the beginning, what is the most important thing that one must know? When it comes to trading, what is the most important thing, the ultimate thing one must understand? Not just understand, you must know it. You must know how to do it. What is that one important thing? Can you tell me? Well, it is you have to understand the right entry and right exit. Whether you are a beginner, experienced trader, newcomer, if you're already there in this business since ages, it doesn't matter. Once you got into stock market, everyone does the same thing, buying and selling, isn't it? Even the newcomer does the same thing, even the most experienced person does the same thing. But the difference between the successful trader and the trader who is not able to succeed is the successful trader knows the right entry and right exit, and the person who is not successful, he doesn't know the right entry and right exit. This is the only thing that differentiates success and failure in this business of stock market trading. Do you all agree to this? Yes or no? Is this true? What do you have to say? Is there, if there is anything else apart from this, you tell me. Is there anything else? Or are these the only two things that you have to know? These are the only two things, isn't it? Well, the only thing that you have to understand here is when to buy, when to sell, where to buy, where to sell, and how to do it every time with profits. That is all that you have to know here. But then, in order to do this, one entry and one exit, in order to do this, people follow so many things. Starting from tips and calls, taking advice from others, your brokers, doing technical analysis, reading charts, analyzing it, using multiple indicators, fundamentals of the company, going through news, articles, watching the media channels. Some people believe in luck and just blindly trade. These are all the things majority people do in stock market. I am not going behind this discussion whether this is right or wrong. I don't even want to know it. But the only question I would like to ask any of you is, following all these things, what is the end result? Have you been able to fulfill your goal through trading? Have you been able to fulfill the purpose why you got into stock market? Well, if the answer is yes, then I will say, please keep up, continue with the good work, all right? Keep doing the same. But if you say the answer is no, then don't you think that you're wasting your time doing all these things? Don't you think so? Following all these things, whether someone makes profits or not. See, when I'm talking about profits, I am definitely not talking about profits in one or two trades. One or two trades profit anyone can achieve following any of these things, or even without following anything. All right? But then when I'm talking about profit, I am talking about consistent, continuous profits. All of you did not get into stock market just to make profits in one or two trades. Well, if that is the case, the moment you saw one or two trades profit, then you should have stopped this business and you could have continued. Isn't it? When people see profits, then they want more. They want to do it again and again. They want to do it on a regular basis. Isn't it? And that is the main reason why people get into stock market. Either they are looking at it as an alternate source of income, they are looking at it as a job security or income security, or some of them are looking at it as a main source of income. Well, whichever way it is, you are looking at this business on a long run, not for the short run. Is it not? So with that idea, when you get into this business and if you are doing all these things, the only thing people end up achieving is they end up landing up with a lot of confusion. All right? People come here to make money, but then you give them few months, over a period of time, it is only confusion that is running in their mind. And this confusion is all about the market movement. The confusion is about the market movement. Is this true? Because the way the market moves, you are so very confused which way to trade, what to trade, which way it is going to go. How will I know? How to know it before? How to predict it? Well, you name it, the list goes on. So what happens is the purpose with which people got into stock market, they've all forgotten the purpose now, and they are only trying to understand the market movement, to predict the market movement, to analyze the market movement. Is it not? Well, let me tell you, doing this, trying to analyze the market movement, trying to predict the market movement, years will go, age will go, money will not come. So when you try to understand the market movement, as I told you in the beginning of the session, there is one important thing that you have to understand, and that is market movement keeps changing. Price movement keeps changing every time. If you say the market is in an uptrend, in an uptrend itself, there are different varieties of uptrend. The uptrend that you saw very recently is very, very different from the uptrend that you saw previously and the uptrend that you are about to see sometime in the near future. Isn't it? The same way you take a downtrend, the downtrend that you experienced the last time, it is totally different from the downtrend that happened much before and the downtrend that may happen in the near future. Isn't it? So things keep changing. And it is not only about the uptrend and downtrend. Apart from this, there are so many other different market conditions. You may have experienced the market becomes totally sideways, very flat, trading within a range. Many times you must have seen, frequent gap up and gap down in the price at the opening of the market. So like this, there are so many different market conditions. So all those things that you have been following these years, the only question that you have to ask yourself is that, does all these things or any of these things have a solution to this? Can they guide me to earn profits in any different market condition? That is the question that you have to ask. Rather than this, if you're thinking, which tips and calls will give me 100 points a trade, okay, out of 10 trades, if I get 7 trades, continuous profits, 70% accuracy, who gives more accuracy? If this is what you're thinking, then you're trying to fool yourself. You're living in a fool's paradise. All right, because the entire reality of stock market itself is something different, and you are trying to follow something different which has absolutely no relation with the market movement. All these things, if you ask me, it is designed or it is there today to probably fulfill your thirst or fulfill your expectations. And your expectation is about to analyze the market movement, or your expectation is to do some intraday trading for 20-30 points. All right, for those expectations, these things will definitely attract you. Whether it fulfills those expectations or not, that is, you should know better, isn't it? So the reality of stock market is something different. If you want to be in this business for a long run, you have to understand the reality. You have to go with the reality. So today, if you ask me, is there a way to trade the market in any different market condition, to trade successfully in any different market condition, then let me tell you, there is only one way. Yes, there is only one way. And for that, you have to become a dynamic superpower trader. Now, what is this dynamic superpower trading? First of all, dynamic superpower trading means you as a trader must have practical awareness. I mean, awareness of practical realities. All right? Just reading books and getting into stock market trading is not going to take you anywhere. Theory is totally different from what really happens in stock market. Do you agree? How many of you agree with this statement? Theory is different, reality is different. Is this true? If this is true, then what is it you have to understand? Should you be focusing on theory or should you be focusing on the reality? It is the reality that you have to pick, is it not? And not just this. When you trade, when you plan to trade, or when you're trading, you have to first remove all your negative thought process. Until and unless this is achieved, if you ask me, I will say that you should never get into trading first place. All right? If you have the fear of losing money, then please don't get into stock market. It will definitely not work out for you. If you have confusion when you're trading, then don't do the trade. If you are feeling stress, anxiety, confusion when you're trading, this is an indication that you are going to experience a big minus or you're going to experience failure in that trade. You should understand how to trade in a relaxed way. Effortless way. The day you start trading in a very relaxed way, that is the day you will start seeing money flowing in your trading journey. And above all, you should understand to trade any different market condition, as I told you earlier. If there is a crash or a big rally, as people normally call it, you should know how to trade and make money. If there is a gap up or gap down in the price, you should know how to trade and make money. If there is a news or an event, or even if the market becomes totally sideways, you should know how to trade. You should know how to adapt yourself to different market condition or to the changing market condition. Anyone who's able to do this, do all these, then you are a dynamic superpower trader. Anyone who doesn't even have awareness of this, then, well, you have chosen the wrong business. Stock market is definitely not the right place for you to be. This is what is dynamic superpower trading. And who identified, who came up with this concept? The name of this person is Mr. Ravichandran. Now, he has more than 30 plus years of experience in stock market as of today. All right. Now, he is no big analyst. He is no big expert. He is no, what to say? He is not all these things. What he is, that he is a pure trader. As a trader, he realized what are all the things which are leading people to failure. What are all the things through which very few people are able to make huge money in stock market. Once he realized all these things for his trading, he started trading. Once he started making money, in order to make his trading a bit more easier, in order to grow bigger and faster, he created two systems for himself called as dynamic system and dynamic life. And he's not just a trader, he's also an author, he's a magician, professional magician. He's a founder of two well-known NGOs. You name it, he's a multi-talented person. But then why am I telling you all these details is because the work, the kind of work that he has done in any other vertical. Let's take his work as an author. He has written two famous books called as The Secret of Fake Currency, Science versus Miracles. Now all these books are not for commercial purpose. These are all for social awareness. The kind of depth, the kind of details that he dug into to come up with something very challenging, very complex subjects like this, that proves his nature, his work, culture. The same ethics, he brought it into understanding the stock market also. That is the reason he was able to, as a trader, he was able to succeed big. And today, he is able to come up with something like this dynamic system and dynamic life. And he goes about saying that it reveals the insider's trading secret. Well, look at this total shift here. Now, if someone is talking about a software, Software related to stock market. Obviously, we must be discussing about buy signal, sell signal, how many trades per day, what is the accuracy of these signals, and all these things. Is it not? But then here we are discussing about something which is saying, I'm not getting into all these things, but then this system is here for which reveals the insider's trading secret. Totally different from all that you have come across in stock market. Totally different. Now, how is it possible to reveal insider's trading secret? That must be the big question running in your mind right now. All right. What must be there inside the system? Many people have openly asked me what formula has been used in this system. Well, I have assured all of them, I'll assure you right now that this system does not have anything technical. No technical, no indicators, no technical, nothing. All right. It is something totally unique and different, and it is designed based on a very unique concept called as neural network. All right. Now, before I get into this, let me ask you this very basic question. The question here is, whenever the price moves, or if the price increases or price decreases of any stock or index or anything for that matter, on what basis does the price move? Can any one of you tell me? Or can any of you think in these lines? How does the price move? What makes the price move? Can anyone answer to this question? Well, normally people end up saying that there must be some news or some event or something that affects the price movement. So you can see this big list of things that affects the price movement as you see. It is a government policy or economic announcement or corporate results, elections, political uncertainties, FII's inflow, outflow, global market impact, natural calamities, war, you name them. Is it not? But then what this dynamic system and dynamic live does here is it automatically understands, identifies all these different market, the different things which can impact the market movement, and it gives you informations in advance which direction the price is likely to move. All right, and what action are you supposed to take? It tells you in advance before any of these things comes into light. To give you a small example, if there is any big corporate results getting announced, before the result gets announced, the system tells you which direction the price is going to move. This is the uniqueness. That is the reason it is told it reveals the insider's trading secret. This is something very unique, is it not? Right? So today let us do one thing. Let us check this system. Let us understand how does this system do this. So for us to understand, I will open both the dynamic system and dynamic live one by one right now. But I want you to tell me, you to ask me, you to suggest me any stock or anything for that matter where you have recently experienced something big like this. I mean, you may have experienced some major movement and you have understood that that major movement is because of some news or because of some announcement or anything. All right, you tell me that stock and when this major movement happened. Let us see in this dynamic system or in dynamic live, has it told us in advance before the announcement or the news came out? Can we check it? Can you suggest me any stocks to check? Anyone, any stock or anything, even in index, if you come across, if you have come across any such situation, any date, you tell me. All right, in the meantime, let me open dynamic system first. Now, first of all, to talk about the dynamic system, one most important unique thing about this dynamic system is, if I have to trade tomorrow, it gives me the informations, what trade or when to trade or what price to buy or what price to sell, and all these details one day in advance. So I can know today itself that tomorrow at what price to take what action. I can prepare today itself. This is the most important thing. All right, because those of you who don't have time to monitor the market movement from morning 9:15 to 3:30, you are busy with some other work. The best thing what you can do is at your leisure time, sometime today evening, if you can use this dynamic system and check what has to be done tomorrow, then note down those actions and next day just implement it or guide your stockbroker to implement it. Your job becomes absolutely easy. So one of them have asked this question. Adani Group, when the short seller report came out first, Adani Enterprise, all right. So there was this big major movement in this Adani stocks, Adani Enterprise, correct? So I'll just open this price movement of Adani Enterprise. Well, look at this whole scenario. Look at this whole scenario. Well, if you see this, way back in 2020, the price of the stock was trading much below 200 rupees. All right. From there, it kept on increasing, non-stop. Every now and then it came down, but then finally it kept on increasing from just somewhere around 100 rupees and below 200 rupees. It went up close to 4,000 rupees. Now we are talking about a period of almost 3 years in a row. One direction market. Now anyone who has looked at this price movement obviously will be tempted to buy this, because even if the price is reducing one way or the other within a matter of a short time, it is again going up. All right. So believing this or looking at this thing happening, now many people got into this particular stock, many people invested in it. But then later on, what happened was this massive movement. All right. Now this massive movement, why did this massive movement happen? Why did such a big movement happen? Why did the price come down so sharply? Well, the way it took 3 years for it to go up, but then it just took matter of 3 days for it to come down. 3 to 4 days. Where is 3 years and where is 3 to 4 days? Imagine this. All right. Those people who have invested in this stock, in this up movement, for them to make up their mind to sell it, exit from their investment, to make up their mind within by the time they decided, it has already come down. Isn't it? So if you look at this reality, now why did it happen? Now, as many of you have understood that this has happened because of some news that broke out. There was some news that came out saying that there is some scam. There is some scam the way this company is organizing its business. All right. The moment the news came out, all the hell broke loose. Okay. Now many people, many people had to face the uh, brunt of this movement, brunt of this news. They had to exit. Many people exited with big minuses. Is it not? So all those things happen. But then what I would like to tell you here is, I would like to tell you a different story altogether. I would like to tell you that this big movement happened and the news broke. All right. The news came out, and when the news came out, this big movement downward, it just gained momentum. What I'm trying to tell you here is this big movement, it was already destined to happen. It was already decided that this big movement has to happen. All right. Now, all these news and events, I would say that they are all just a coincidence. All right. They are all just a form of a reason. But then something big, some big plan had already happened much before. Now, first of all, let me prove the point that this dynamic system is able to tell us in advance. So for that, let me show you, did it really tell us in advance? You can go cross-check when was the news announced. When did the news break out that there is some scam in this particular stock? You can go and cross-check it. All right. I think it is somewhere during February or end of January, if I'm not wrong. All right. These are the few days. So it is somewhere around the 25th January, 25th or 26th January. All right. But you can see this system told us to sell much before. When did it tell us to sell? Well, it was on 23rd December 2022 itself. This dynamic system told us that its trend is down. Adani Enterprise, the trend is down. It is going to go down. Decided. Anyone who is trading using dynamic system, all they would have done is they would have taken a short position and they would have sat quiet. And if anyone took a short position somewhere around this time, it was on 26th December, you could have taken an entry when the price was at 3,653. From there, it came down close to 1,000 rupees, 1,000 change. Massive movement. More than 2,600 points movement down in a matter of a month. 2,600 points. Let's keep 2,500 points itself. One lot of Adani Enterprise, if you're trading in futures and options, obviously, if you want to take a short position, you have to do it in futures or in options. You cannot do it in equity segment. 2,500 points, 250 was the lot size in futures and options, minimum quantity to trade. We are talking about 6,25,000 rupees profit in this one single transaction. 6,25,000. The capital required itself is somewhere around 1.5 lakh or less than 2 lakh. Even if you keep 2 lakhs as your capital required to trade one lot of Adani Enterprise, we are talking about literally 300% or more than 300% returns on your investment. Single trade to get 300% return. This is the truth, my friends. But then I would like to show you further some more details where I can prove that the preparation for this down movement had started way before. All right, let us check that. When everybody was thinking only to buy this, all right, way before itself, it was decided that it had to go down. Well, I'm just trying to add all the studies, the facilities that are there within this dynamic system. Well, how to use that effectively for your trading, all these things you will learn it. You will understand it through our training. But then we can see here, when the price of this Adani enterprise was going up during this period of September 2022, all right, November, December 2022 itself, right at the top, when it made its all-time high, right at the top itself, this dynamic system gave us some information. We call this information as DMBOTS. We call it as DMBOTS. Now, what is that? And all these things you will learn, you will understand it in detail through the workshop. But then, whenever this information appears, it means get ready, this price is about to reverse. Major price reversal is about to happen. 6 months in advance, this dynamic system started giving all possible information that this price is going to go down sometime very soon. Be prepared. Well, anyone who has this dynamic system, if anyone had invested in this stock, Adani Enterprise, what they would have done is, right at the top, at least they would have booked maximum profits on their investments. They would have started exiting. At least those who wanted to buy, they wouldn't have bought it looking at this information. All right. That is a major benefit. Now, this is the inside information, insiders trading information. This dynamic system is able to tell you much in advance. This movement happened in the month of January. The news also came in the month of January. 6 months before itself, it has already given you information it is going to go down. What more do we need? And not just this, along with this system also told you when to sell. This price of Adani Enterprise made a high of 4,100 change. When it started slowly coming down at around, say, 3,600 ranges, it told you to sell. And from there, the big profit happened, big, massive profit happened. Let me tell you one thing, my friends, whether it is scam or all these things, some of you may be really scared to get into stock market because you know that these things can happen. But then let me tell you, whatever happens, when we have a dynamic system with us, all these things are big opportunities. These major movements does not happen every time. It happens once in a while, but when it happens once in a while, you should know how to make profits. All right, it happens. Well, this moment itself happens once in a while. In that, if you don't know how to make profits in that, then obviously you are missing out the big chunk in stock market. It is an absolute waste of time. Is it not? So like this, there are many. You name any situation, not just this Adani Enterprise, the price coming down so big. All right, you name anything. Let us take, for example, someone said recently, I think yesterday or day before, I really don't know. There was this RBI rate announcement. Someone said it turned out to be quite positive for the markets to go up. Markets also reacted very positively. Well, I said, whatever be the RBI rate announcement or whatever it is, what did this system tell us? All right. So let me add all these studies. This is Bank Nifty price movement that we are about to look at. So what the system told us is, it just told us to buy. When did it tell us to buy? Well, it told us to buy somewhere here itself. It is on 21st March 2023 itself it has told us to buy. All right. But after it told us to buy, it just gave us some up and down movement and then it moved up. Even this down movement, we could have made some profits. Right at this bottom, we could have bought once more. All these things are possible using this dynamic system. All right. It was already in a massive up movement. starting from around 39,200 ranges. From there it has moved up to 41,200. 2,000 points movement in Bank Nifty. And the news and event happened here. It happened here. But then the actual movement has started somewhere much before. Who knows? When the positive news came, this could be the top. Who knows? Is it not? So if I'm trading only based on the news, I saw there is a positive news. If I bought it here and if I'm waiting, I may make a profit if the price moves up further. But then there are also chances it can take a total reversal, because who knows, this could be the peak. All right, anything is possible. But then if I had bought it right close to the bottom, then the total scenario changes, isn't it? As a trader, when you are holding a position, when you get into a trade, then the total approach towards the trading itself changes. All right, today when I'm trading out there, I really don't have to worry about the insiders trading secret, what the big traders are doing, what the big institutes are doing out there, because I know one thing, that this dynamic system is able to tell me everything. It is able to identify everything and finally tells me what to do. So my focus is only on where to buy and where to sell. That is it. Nothing else. This is the benefit of dynamic system. All right. Not just dynamic system. I was also talking about another thing called as dynamic live, where those of you who are ready to dedicate from morning 9:15 to 3:30 into trading, in order to gain more, in order to get more opportunities, in order to trade each and every moment in the market, this dynamic live is the one and only one which can make it happen for you. All right. So this is the price movement that we are able to see. The same thing we saw it in the dynamic system, Bank Nifty by default. If you want me to check anything else, you can tell me. From 39,200 ranges, it is from here. From 39,200, it has moved up to 41,200. It is a matter of 2,000 points movement. All right. But then before that, it had also made a low of 38,000 change. But from here, what has happened is this price moved up, came down, moved up. In all these up and down movements, in this dynamic live, you can see very easily, it is very clearly visible that there is something or the other, some or the other symbols, some visuals, right at the bottom, right at the top. There is something up there at these points. What are these things? What are they? What do you have to understand when you see these things? You will understand it in detail in our training. But then whenever these symbols appear in dynamic live, it means get ready, the price is likely to reverse. So what I'm trying to tell you here is right at the bottom, before the market started going up, when it was making a new low, right? This dynamic live clearly identified and it told us that this is the place from where the price is likely to reverse. Get ready. In our training, you will understand the moment you get this information, now what are you supposed to do? Where to exit your short position and when to get into a long trade. That is what you have to understand finally. Rest all the system itself is doing. Not just that. It will also tell you here somewhere in the action information whether to take a long position, whether to take a short position, all these things. For options trading, here it automatically tells you what to do. You can see as of now it is telling us to hold a put option, which means somewhere the previous trading day it told us to buy a put option. All right. Sometime later it will tell us exit put option, when to enter, how long to hold, when to exit. Complete information the system itself is telling us. Apart from all these things, it is also telling us right at the top, right at the bottom, much in advance, that this is the place where the price is likely to reverse. When we have this much detail, then what happens is, if you bought in this up movement, you can book maximum profit close to the top. Not only booking maximum profit, you can also take a opposite trade, take a short position close to the top itself, so that if the price goes down, you will be able to make maximum profits. Same way, as the price comes down, if you get this information anywhere, if you get, not just in dynamic live and dynamic system, if you feel you can get this information anywhere else, you are free to continue with that. Absolutely, if you are confident it can give you more profits, please go ahead. All right, but then this information is more than enough that can make a total change in your trading. Total change in your trading. So now you tell me if there is any stock that you want to check in this dynamic live to see what has happened very recently, how this dynamic live has helped us gain through even in those different stocks. Let us see any stock. Now, since some of you had suggested Adani Enterprise, I will check that. But in the meantime, if you want to check any of your favorite stock, tell me. So this is Adani Enterprise. Now in this Adani Enterprise, you can see here very recently what has happened is the price started coming down. First it went up, it came down, then again it went up. Now it is trying to come down. How did this dynamic live guide us to trade? Let's see it in detail. All right. Now, first of all, let us take this up movement. Now, in this up movement, before the up movement started, right at the bottom, there is some information telling you that be careful, this is the place where the price can reverse. So from there, what happened is we got a buying opportunity at this point. It was on 29th of March, 9:30 in the morning. By then, the price was trading at, 1636.5. From there, what happened is the price started moving up. As the price started moving up, at this top, there was another information telling us to exit. Here also in the action, it would have been written as buy call option here. And at this point, it would have written as exit call option. So from here to here, we are talking about 1636 to 1717. How many points are we talking about? We entered at 1636. We exited at 1717. We are talking about 81 points movement captured. Let us just note down the number of points just now. 81 points. From there, what happened? Again, the price increased further. Again, it told us to buy here. When was this? It was on the same 29th of March. Let me zoom in. So it was on 29th of March, 13:30, 1:30 in the afternoon. By then, the price was already at 1735. We have already exited at 1717, but we are asked to buy once again at 1735. We buy it. Later, as the price goes up, right at the top, there is again some more information telling us that exit. We call this information as the zigzag caution. All right. So when it told us to exit, it was the next day, 31st March, 9:30 in the morning. By then, the price was at 1786. All right. Not just exit. This is a place where we can also reverse the trade. So first, let us calculate. We entered at 1735. We exited 1786. We are talking about 51 points movement in the second trade. Not just exit, we can also take a short position, which means at 1786, I am also taking a short position. After I get into a short position, the price comes down. As it comes down at this point, here also it would have been written as exit put option. Exit put option. So if I had exited the short positions there, I could have taken short in futures, I could have bought a put option also. So if I had exited there, the price was at 1714. Alright, 3rd April, 9:30 in the morning, the price is at 1714. I took a short at 1786. I exited 1714. It is again 72 points profit. The third trade. Okay, not just exit, I wait. Later, it gave a buy confirmation here. But when it told us to buy, you can also see there is a white line appearing. Let me zoom in. You can see when it gave us a buy, there is also a white line that is appearing. So whenever the white line appears, it means it is in sideways. Right? This is the one and only system in the whole world today which can tell you about sideways movement. It tells you in advance sideways nearing sign, sideways start sign. The moment it says sideways start sign, this white line will start appearing. Alright, so when it gave a buy, along with the buy, there was information about sideways. Normally, what we do is we don't buy in such a situation, we wait. As we rightly waited, the price immediately came down, and right at the bottom, there is again some other information here, the zigzag cautions. Now, here is the place where we can buy. We got a better place to buy. It was on 5th of April, 10:30 in the morning. The price was at 1693. We bought it. Now, after we bought it, the price started moving up. And as the price started moving up, you can see here towards the right side, there is a red colored signal at the top. Again, it is a zigzag. When it came, it was on 6th of April, 11:55 in the morning. The price is at 1759. Remember, we bought at 1693. We are exiting it at 1759. Now, how many points? We entered at 1693, is it not? So it is almost 66 points profit in the fourth trade. All right, in the fourth trade. Now, the other thing, what happened is after that, at this place, again, it told us to buy call option. That is the reason it is telling us to hold call option here. But when it told us to buy a call option, there is some more information. We call it a dynamic system caution. Whenever it appears, be ready. There are chances the price can reverse. That is the information. It is asking us to buy a call option. It is also some more additional information is also telling us it can reverse. Moreover, it is still in sideways. The white line is still appearing. Normally, what I would have done is I would have waited. I wouldn't have done this trade. All right, I wouldn't have done this trade. So the market got over. This is the latest. So in the last few days, starting from 29th of March till 6th of April, if you take, we've been able to do 4 trades in a row. All these 4 trades, we did not have to sit and analyze the market. We did not predict the market movement. We didn't do anything. Whatever this dynamic life told us, we blindly went about doing it. Obviously, after understanding how to use it, then only you will be able to do it. So when we did that, it is 4 trades in a row. All 4 trades fortunately gave us good profits. All right. How much is the total out of these 4 trades? First trade gave us 81 points. Second trade gave us 51 points. Third trade gave us 72 points. And the last trade gave us 66 points. Now, one lot of Adani Enterprise, if you go and check it, it is 250 lot size. Margin required, the capital required to trade one lot is somewhere less than 1,50,000. All right, or let us keep 1,50,000. We've gained 270 points if you had done this in futures into 250 lot size, one lot. We are talking about 67,500 rupees profit. On a 1.5 lakh rupees capital, we are talking about 67,500 rupees profit. How much is it? It is somewhere more than 40% returns on your capital in just 4 trades in a matter of how many days? 7 to 8 days. Isn't it? Just 7 to 8 days. So this is how easy it is. See, we did not have to predict anything. We did not have to analyze anything. We did not have to wait for any expert to take his views. The system is automatically telling us. Now between these points, how many times gap up, gap down happened? How many times the market became very flat within a range? All right. What all news came? What all events happened? We did not have to look at anything. Everything the system itself is automatically sorting out for us. That is the benefit. All right. If our job is to only focus here to see when it gives us what information, what action has to be taken, and if we can do only this much, what kind of results one can achieve, let me show you that also. Now, first of all, let me tell you before I show you the result that we've been doing this training since the last 17 years. All right, more than 17,000 plus people have joined this revolution. Many of them have achieved some extraordinary results, especially most of them being beginners because they don't know anything. Whatever they understand through our training, they blindly follow it. That is all that we want anyone to do. All right. So by blindly following it, what kind of results you can see here? So this is a Bank Nifty futures trading, starting with a 1.5 lakh rupees capital. All right, from 27th March 2023 to 6th April 2023. This is a matter of how many trades? 6 trades in a row. There are not only profits trades in between, we saw a couple of minus trades also. But in spite of that, the balance stands at 1,90,300, which means 40,300 rupees is the profit. Obviously, the cost of trading has not been included. You can calculate to see what is the net profit. All right, but still 40,000 on a 1,50,000 capital. Now we are talking about literally close to how much? More than 35% returns on your investment in a matter of just 6 trades. 6 trades. The same trades, instead of doing it in futures, if I had done it in options, you can see here on a 10,000 rupees capital, same trades. All right. In options, the number of trades is not just 6. You can see here the number of trades is almost 8. Why is this? It is because in options, it is not only buying and selling. It is there are something more important that one has to understand in options trading. What is that? Now, to give you a small example, the most important thing one has to know here is how to select the right strike price. Which strike price to trade is one of the major factor trading in options. Many people go about understanding learning option strategies, gamma, beta, delta, theta, you name it. But then here you don't have to do all those things. All right, few simple things that you have to understand. One is how to select the right strike price. Second most important thing is you have to know how and when to secure your profit, lock your profits. Yes. Only these 2 things along with this dynamic live or dynamic system, if you can trade in options, there's a kind of results. A 10,000 rupees investment starting on 27th of March. As of 6th April, it stands at 18,800 rupees balance, which means 80% returns on this capital straight away. This is a kind of benefit. All right. Now, obviously, this benefits will not come just because you have dynamic system and dynamic live with you. Once you understand, along with dynamic system and dynamic live, once you understand how to use it effectively, then only these kind of results will come. For that, all of you are welcome to join this revolutionary training. We call it as Dynamic Superpower Trading Workshop. It is organized on 8th and 9th of April, which is the Saturday and Sunday. All right. My name is Santosh. I will be the one who will be training you on these 2 days. Now, in this workshop, first of all, the first day you will understand how to trade without watching the market using dynamic system. I showed you dynamic system where you don't have to watch the market movement whole day. One day before itself, you can prepare by spending 10-15 minutes every day in your leisure time. You can prepare for next day's trading. How to do that? You will learn it on the first day. Second day, you will understand how to trade by watching the market, especially those of you who are ready to dedicate from morning 9:15 to 3:30 more aggressively into futures and options trading. You can do that. How to do that? You will understand it on the second day. Both these things you are going to understand. All right. So through this workshop, you will understand many things, the different ways to trade. That is from an entry level, simple way to trade to the experience level of trading. All right. Simple, basic, very easy way to trade, and in also to trade each and every movement of the market. How to go about doing that? Both these things you are going to understand. So those of you who are interested to take part in this training, to join this workshop, you have to subscribe to any one of our training packages. Any package you subscribe, the training is common, that is this 8th and 9th of April. In these 2 days, whichever package you subscribe, training is going to be common. So let me show you the different training packages that you can subscribe. All right. So those of you who are looking at Dynamic Live tells you when to buy and when to sell during the live market. So those of you watching the market movement from morning 9:15 to 3:30 can effectively use it for your trading in futures and options. So Dynamic Live can be subscribed in these 4 different ways. You can subscribe it for a 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a 1 year package. The 1 month starts at 12,700 plus GST, 3 months at 34,500, 6 months at 66,000. The 1 year subscription is at 1,23,600 plus GST. You can subscribe anyone. All right. So those of you who are looking for a 1 month subscription, here is the link. You can just click on this link. I have texted on the chat. Click on this link to subscribe. Those of you who are looking for a 3 month subscription, here is the link. Anyone who wants a 6 months link, and anyone who wants a 1 year subscription, here is the link. All right. You can subscribe to any one of it. As soon as you subscribe, click on the link. You can subscribe through any payment mode, credit card, debit card, net banking, UPI transfer, anything will work. All right. This one. Now, the other thing is, for those of you who cannot spend full time, you can go for dynamic system. Dynamic system, there are different packages. One is this stocks package, where you get all the stocks under NSE plus the index to trade. Using this package, you can trade in futures, you can trade in options, you can trade in equities also. Those who want to do long-term investment also, you can do all these things in this one package. It is 95,000 plus GST, but then it is for lifetime subscription. So once you subscribe it, you get it for lifetime. Okay, same way. There is another package, the derivative package. Here you get index futures plus all the stocks which are available in F&O segment. There, I think there are some 150 or 200 stocks in F&O segment. You get only those stocks. So this package is around 80,000 plus GST for lifetime. And then we have this index package, where you get only index like Nifty, Bank Nifty. You don't get stocks in it. So those of you who want to trade in index, futures and options alone, you can go for this package, which is at 50,000 plus GST. It is also for lifetime. All right. Anyone who is interested to trade in commodities, there is this bullion package at 50,000. You get to trade in gold and silver. There is this energy package at 50,000. You get to trade in crude oil, natural gas. There is this base metals package at 80,000. You get to trade in copper, zinc, lead, aluminium, nickel, and so on. All these are for lifetime. At last, we have a combo package at 95,000 plus GST. You get to trade in gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas. All right. So these are the things. These are all the different packages. You can choose any one of them to join this workshop. And once you join this workshop, what are all the things that you're going to get? First of all, you get these two softwares installed on your computer, Dynamic System and Dynamic Live. All right. And next, you get to attend the 2 days of workshop. Not only this, along with that, you also get to attend every day. There is going to be a pre-market session that we organize for our members who are part of it. All right. Where we discuss what is the plan for that day's trading. If you can note it down and execute it as it is, that itself is more than enough. Every week, we have this weekly members meet to discuss what progress has been made during the week, to clarify your doubts. All these things, plus you get access to our dynamic members area where you get access to all the training materials, videos, and all these things. All right. So these are all the things that you get by subscribing to any one of our training packages. So this is about today's webinar, my friends. This is the workshop through which you are going to understand, gain access to how to make only profits in stock market while you sleep. All right. If anyone has any doubts right now, you can ask me. If your issues, the most burning issues of yours in stock market trading, if you found any solution to that through this session, you can tell me. If you did not find any solution, you can tell me right now, get clarity. Or if you don't have time right now, then you can always contact us at these details. I am texting it on the chat. You can note down the contact number, email ID. You can contact us here, get clarity, and then decide. All right. So this is about today's session. Anyone has any doubts, you can ask me right now. If you don't have any doubts, you can tell me that there are no doubts. Anyone, any doubts? All right, it seems there are no doubts. So, gentlemen, thank you all for joining today's session. Those of you who have subscribed, who are planning to subscribe, welcome to this dynamic family. See you on the other side in the workshop. But before that, as soon as you have subscribed, you will get a mail from our technical team to take you through the next process of installing these two softwares. All right. Please don't forget to reply to the mail. Okay. So with this, thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading. Wish you all a great evening and a happy weekend. Thank you.